Hey there, today I'm going to teach you how to draw Chica from Five Nights at Freddy's. So as usual, I'm going to start with the eyes. So starting on the left side here, I'm going to draw a circle for the whites of the eyes. And we'll start going over to the right side here and do the exact same thing. Leaving a gap in the middle, in between here. Now we're going to draw a bigger circle around this, but I'm going to sort of pinch it up at the top in the middle of the face here. So starting up here, I'm going to come around and then go wider out as I get outside of the eye. So you can see that this ring is closer on the inside than it is out here. Let's do the same on this side here, on the right. So going a little bit wider out and then back in. Now we can color this inside black. So go ahead and do that now. And for those who are new to my channel, I'm using a Sharpie fine point pen. And this is the pen that I use for all my drawings. And you can get this at any stationery store. But you can also draw with anything pretty much, a pencil, pen, crayons, or a marker. So there we go, there's the blacks of the eyes. And in the center, I'm just going to draw a little pupil on both sides, equal size. Now in the middle of this, between the eyes, I'm just going to draw an arch. So a curve like this. So this is the top of the beak. And on the side here, I'm just going to come out and then curl around on the side. So starting on the inside here, I'm going to come out and curl it around. And then I'm going to connect these 2 points with a straight line. So coming across like that. And then from the sides here, I'm going to come down on both sides with 2 straight lines. And then I'm going to connect it with a curved line. So curving around the bottom, then back up again. It's thickened that up on the bottom by going down on both sides, 2 thin lines, and then connecting that with another curved line, just like so. So the mouth is open, so you'll see this is the part of the under part of the beak here. Let's draw some teeth. So on the top side, I'm just going to draw some curves, leaving a gap in the middle. And then along the bottom, I'm just going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can draw as many teeth as you want on the bottom, but I'm just going to draw 5. And then inside, I'm just going to draw a curve like this to indicate the tongue. Let's go up to the top here in the eyebrows. So just above each eye, I'm just going to draw a curve like this, following the contour of the eye. And then on the outside, I'm going to draw a straight line up and a taper towards the middle. So it gets thinner as it gets into the middle, and color that in black. Let's do that again. So here, I'm going to taper out toward those lines on the outside and color that in black. Now up here is where the top of the forehead would be, or the head would be, but it kind of curves around these eyebrows. So starting here in the middle, I'm going to draw a dot. I'm going to come around and go up around that eye, and I'm going to tuck this down around about here on the beak. So let's come down and then curl that back in towards the face, towards the beak. Do the same thing on this side here. Go up and around that eye, and then we come around and tuck that in behind that beak, just like that. So at the top here, she's got 3 short feathers that stick up. So I'm going to come up on one side like this, and then come back down on the other side like so. On this side here, I'm going to draw a curved line out. I'm going to go to the right side and do the same thing, just to balance it out. And then I'm going to curve those back in behind that center feather. Alright, now let's get to the body. So it's got a the body's quite plump. So right by where the beak and the head meet, I'm just going to go out a little bit here and draw a curve out like so towards the hip. I'll do the same thing on this side here, like so. And then connecting those two, I'm just going to do a slight curve along the bottom. And I'm going to change my marker because this marker is kind of drying out. And then here, I'm going to draw the bib. So there's a large bib that goes from this point here and curves down over here, and draw a line that curves down. And then connecting those two, I'm just going to draw a curve, an upward curve, like that. Now before I draw in the let's eat, I'm going to draw the rest of the body. So let's get into the hips. So at this point, I'm going to curl 2 lines out like so. Now this is where the bottom of the lower torso would be, so I'm going to curve inwards, leaving a gap in the middle, and then connecting that with an upward curve like so. Now let's get into the thighs. So in here, there's a gap. I'm going to draw a curve like this on both sides. Kind of like that. Now the thigh is going to come out this way. So I'm going to draw basically two lines that come out of equal length and then round it out and connecting those two lines. Let's do the same on this side. So two lines coming out of equal distance up here and down here, and then connecting it with a curve like so. Now in between, I'm just going to put some robotics, so basically two sticks that kind of join the hips to the thighs. Now under the thigh, I'm going to draw a knee. So it's basically a half circle underneath each thigh, like that. And on the side of that, I'm just going to draw two lines that come out for the tops of the shins. And I come down on both sides and then round it out to connect them. So again here, I'm going to go down with two lines and then round it out to connect those lines. So there's the shins. Now for the feet, on the back here, I'm just going to draw a curve on both sides like this. So this is the back of the heel. On this side, I'm going to go straight across the bottom and curve up. I'm going to come up a little bit on this side, go across, and do another curve. Come up a little, line across, and tuck that right into the shin. So it's kind of like chicken feet, I guess. On the bottom here, let's go across again and curve up. Go up a little, across, and up. Again here, across, and into the shin. Let's go into the arms now. So with the shoulders, basically I'm going to come out and leaving a gap here, draw a line up. I'm going to draw a angled line, just like this. And so it looks like almost like an L, and then curve to connect those 2 points. Go back to the right side and do the exact same thing. So coming down, then across, and then curving to connect those 2 points. Let's go down to the bicep area. Now I'm going to leave a gap again, drawing a line across, the same length as the shoulder line, coming down on both sides like I did with the thighs, and then rounding it out to connect. Let's go to this side and do the exact same thing. So line across, two lines down, and then connecting it with a curve. Let's go back to the left side. I'm going to leave a gap with a straight line across, two lines coming straight down, and then rounding that off towards the wrist. Again here, straight line across, two lines straight down, and then rounding that off. Now we're going to get into the hands. So let's draw a straight line across. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky. I'm going to just draw a curve like this. Okay, kind of like a J, and a reverse curve out. From here, I'm going to curl in one finger, like that. Do an overlap. So coming up, so. And then the last finger, I'm just going to come up a little bit and then connect that to the wrist. Let's go to this side, straight line across. Again, curving in, and then reverse curving it back the other way. And curl around one finger. Now I'm going to come up a bit, curl in another finger, and then curl in that last finger like so. Now in between each of the gaps, I'm going to draw these little sticks, like I have here. So in the middle here, in the elbow, and then the wrist. So let's do it again. Shoulder, into the bicep, into the forearm, and into the wrist. Now the final part is the let's eat. So I'll show you how to draw a very simple font. Okay, so block font. And the letters kind of go in this sort of line here. So let's start with the side of the L. So coming down, across on the top, and then down. Now from here, I'm going to come across the bottom and the top, and then close that off. Next to it, I'm going to draw a rectangle, like that. And then I'm going to draw two lines just on the right side for the E. And then for the top of the T, we go straight across, down on both sides, towards each other, leaving a gap in the middle, and then down, and then across the bottom. Over here, for the apostrophe, I'm just going to draw a simple sort of like a raindrop or a teardrop sort of pointing that way. For the S, I'm going to draw a curve for the top, leaving a gap. I'll draw a curve for the bottom, Now here, I'm going to draw a line across. Here I'll draw a line across. All I have to do is connect those 2 points there like that. Again, for the E, just draw a rectangle. Draw 2 lines on the right side for the E. Draw 1 line on the side for the A across the top. And again, coming down an angle on the right side. Line straight across the bottom. I'm going to draw a line in the middle and draw a dot. For the A, for the T, again straight across the top, down the sides, in leaving a gap in the middle, and coming down on both sides, and then across the bottom to close off that T, and then we're going to draw a bunch of exclamation marks. So kind of like a long sort of tube shape 3 times beside each other, and then 3 circles below that. Let's eat. So there it is. There's Chica from Five Nights at Freddy's. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please give it a like, and we'll see you again soon.